Hey everybody, I am en route from San Jose to Reno, streaming live on Facebook and recording this flight. I did it yesterday, but I kind of messed up the ILS approach, missing the final approach fix, or FAF, because I was too high, didn't catch the glide slope down the runway, and so I thought I would do it again. Very interesting weather here today, the middle of storms, and so the skies are pretty dramatic in the flight simulator, as I'm sure they are in IRL, in real life. I have some company today. Lucy's with me, but she's on her perch. You want to come down, Lucy? Come on. Come on. Come on down. There she comes. There she is. Now you behave. You behave. I called my video quote production company. There's no company, of course. Maybe I should do a startup. Call it Amacause, my co-pilot. So I don't know how many co-pilots sit on your shoulders. Can you turn around? Turn around. Thank you. I don't like to have her peek in my face. She is very conscious of the camera, though. She loves, anytime you point a camera at her, she gets very excited. Step up. Up. You step up? No? You want to look? You want to say hello to people? Come on. Don't bite my hat. Anyway, where are we? We are about 13 miles from Sacramento. Well, we're here, and that's us, me, the bird and I, the bird and me, grammatically more correct, and there's Sacramento. And from Sacramento, we're going to make a right turn, but I have to talk to the tower. I try to be as, try to do this because it lends to the verisimilitude, it lends to the false reality of Microsoft Flight Simulator. These are actually other simmers in the area. Anybody who's doing this in real time at the same time that I am will show up with their nameplates. So I show up as Aptos Flyer. I also have this chart, and this actually shows the flight plan. So we're going to make a dogleg to the northeast here at Sacramento. We'll be turning right in, what's it? Just under 5 miles. And we're going pretty good clip, 189 knots true airspeed. This is showing 158 knots, which is indicated airspeed, and that's all relative, I think, to the the wind. The air's coming this way, we're going that way, and well, anyway, it's 158 knots going over the flight surfaces. So now we're turning right north east, kind of. Let's see. You want to go say hello to people? Look at them. Look at it. You say hello. You do big wings. Big wings. Huh? Big wings. No, you don't want to go there. I don't want you there. Straight ahead, there's another simmer. Another flight simmer. He's calling himself Paper Towel 8531. And it says he's flying with one of the latest additions to the Microsoft Flight Sim fleet, an FA-18 Hornet jet. And he's at about 2,600 feet. I tried that one. It's too much like a video game. As if this weren't, but this is a serious video game. When you start, why serious? Because I'm using navigational charts that come close to the real thing. They're actually based on real charts. I'm using a pretty sophisticated modeled, very sophisticatedly modeled avionics system. All this information here I manually entered. It takes time, but I like doing it that way. It also takes time to make this map, to do these flight plans, and I enjoy that. It's sort of like writing, which a lot of people know I like to do, because you try to find the most efficient route from point A to point B, and it's not necessarily a straight line. It almost always is not a straight line. In fact, it's always not a straight line. And so this was a fairly easy plan to create because it really only has 3 elements. There's a departure procedure from San Jose that took me all the way to Sacramento. And this is an arrival procedure into runway 34 left at Reno. And I don't know if that's the active runway. It could not be, but I'm going to land there anyhow. The active runway would be opposite whichever way the wind blows. This is the final fix, or the first fix, I don't know, of this approach to runway 34L. And by the time we get there after that, it's pretty much straight in. Where I screwed up yesterday, I need to be at 8,300 feet at this spot in order for the instrument landings to work. So what I wanted was an instrument guidance all the way down to the runway. I was too high, and I never caught the glide slope. That's the glide slope. And I had to give that up and just land entirely by myself, which worked out fine. But I wanted to do it right, so I'm doing it again today. But we're at 12. I'm at 12,000. I'll stop saying we. And I want to be at 10.5 at here. And I need to start my descent, soon enough to get there, and even sooner to get to 8,300 here. And I've understood a good rule of thumb is actually, if you have room for it, terrain-wise, you want to actually come a little below this if you can, to be sure of getting the glide slope. You wouldn't necessarily catch it there, but you would catch it here as soon as you hit it. So, you can see it's pretty good snow coverage. And again, I'm not sure where we are. Virtually. We still haven't cleared the Sierra. And we are 20 miles from our next waypoint. And turn towards Reno. And at that point, we'll be going straight into Reno. Okay, you can get a good look at the mountains now, and we're a couple thousand feet above them, getting knocked around a little bit by the updrafts. But you can see there's a lot of snow down there. So this is the Tahoe Airport, which is immediately west of us. I think we're safe descending here. If we aren't, I'll find out soon enough. So I'm going to get down to 10.5. And when I get there, I'm going to go down to 8,300 immediately. We are out over the Washoe Valley, and you can see all that wonderful snow. Skiers delight in the mountains. As soon as we straighten out, I'm going to start descending right now. And of course, you pick up speed in a descent, so I'm going to throttle back. We're out over this valley, Washoe Valley, I believe it's called, and heading into Reno. By the way, before I took off, I turned on all the, we got airframe de-ice, windshield de-ice, and prop de-ice. Otherwise, de-ice would be all over this plane because the temperature is only 13 degrees Fahrenheit and whatever it's worth, minus 10 Celsius. Anyway, it's cold. And when you go through clouds at this temperature, if you don't have de-icers, you're cooked. Well, actually, you're frozen. In the simulator, it does all this stuff, rain, ice, whatever you want. It happens. And in an extreme situation, your whole windscreen will lights up, your wings will lights up, everything will lights up, and the plane at that point will become unflyable, and you'll crash. So Carson is dead ahead, capital of Nevada. There's a really great Old West type town near here, this side of around Carson. Virginia City. Went there once, and I remember there's a bar called the Bucket of Blood Saloon. But we are at 8,300, so my next thing to do, I always almost forget this, I have to load the approach at some point. I mean, I've loaded it. I have to arm it. If I don't do that, nothing happens either. Well, it looks like the ceiling is very low at Reno. Okay, so I have to be at 8,300 feet here. We're already there. And I think we're really going to need the instruments to get to the runway, because yesterday I had a lot of visibility. So when I messed it up, I was still able to land. My approach is loaded. I have the frequency set. Just double check that. The localizer is 109.9, so that's set. And so look at the snow over there. A lot of snow. Okay, so I'm just waiting to get this localizer. This is the course direction indicator, and it should go green. CDI. I could just do it myself. We should be picking it up right now. There we go. Okay, I did it myself. Usually, and got a problem. I can't arm the approach, so here we go again. We're not descending. So, I don't know what happened. I'm going to have to go off the autopilot again and just try to find the runway myself. 2 times didn't work. I'm just going to have to guess this glide slope because I don't know what it is. I'm going to stay at about 7,000. The runway is 4,400 feet. Well, this is disappointing. I have to slow down. I never got a glide slope today. So, well, this could be a real mess. Okay, we are 7 miles out. This is really dicey now. I'm using the localizer to stay lined up with the runway. Not what I bargained for today. I'd like to see some runway lights. I know there's a runway there, but... And we've got spitting snow. So we got some real weather. So this is a real challenge now, because I could not arm the approach, and I don't know why. I'm going to put in some flaps. I know kind of where the runway is, but I'm definitely not seeing it. We're 4 miles out. I'm lowering the landing gear. 3 lights, there it is. Okay. And this is where I think this is the hardest thing, is landing. Well, landing's always a challenge, but I was hoping it would be less of a challenge today. But it's even more of a challenge without the autopilot at this point, because you see the green arrow down there. I have to get it all solid, and then I have to get it lined up, and I'm a little bit to the center line's a little to my left here, and I don't want to go too fast. Well, I could have used I sure could have used the ILS, but interesting terrain right to our right. You don't want to be off course here much, or you'll hit that. I'm going to have to overcorrect here somehow. And this is nail biting time. I'm going to keep my speed up so I can maneuver. Go too slow, it's kind of hard. Here we go. Almost. Let's stop this puppy. Whoa! Okay. Whew. That was too exciting. Okay. Wow. Now let's see if I can follow their directions. Probably not.
Beechcraft Alpha Lima Oscar Hotel Alpha Taxi to General Aviation Parking via Taxiway Charlie Bravo.
Okay, that would be CB. Charlie Bravo.
Taxiing to General Aviation Parking via Taxiway Charlie Bravo Beechcraft Oscar Hotel Alpha.
I don't well, it's over there. I have these cheaters, but even looking at a map, I can't understand. The maps don't seem to coincide with what they say. I wanted to do this again because I didn't do it right yesterday and I still didn't do it right today. So, you can see this. We're linked here on the, that's me. And I'm going to turn, oh, somebody just took off the other way. You know, I bet that was the active runway going the other direction. So why is this act Charlie with Charlie Bravo? I see a P for Bravo, but I sure don't see a C for Charlie. None of it seems to correspond. What they say seems to correspond with the map.
Beechcraft Oscar Hotel Alpha hold position, caution other
Whoa!
traffic.
Thanks for the warning.
Beechcraft Oscar Hotel Alpha continue taxi.
That wasn't very nice. Well, those are probably the worst conditions I've ever hand-flown a plane.
Reno ground, generic Golf Alpha Juliet 874 request taxi to parking. Generic Golf Alpha Juliet 874 taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway cross runway 34 left Charlie Bravo.
Alright, this is okay. Big fist.
Taxiing to general aviation parking.
Set the brake.
Cross runway 34 left Charlie
38 degrees here. And cut the gas. And that's it. Visibility's down to next to nothing. I was lucky to find the runway at all. Okay, so made it to Reno in some kind of form. Not the form I was hoping for. Lucy, you want to come down and say goodbye? You want to say goodbye to people? Come on, come here. Come here. You want to say goodbye? Bye-bye. You say bye-bye? Tell the people bye-bye. Bye-bye. Can you do big wings? Big wings. Come on, big wings. Big wings. Do your big wings? No? Oh, big wings. Look at that. Big wings. Big wings. Okay, well, anyway, thanks for joining me live if you did, and thanks for watching whatever part of this video that I have not had cut out. And so anyway, I'll just leave you with my usual salutation, which is good day.